Okay, so guess what this is? Come on. Come on. No, why would you say that? No, it's a new guitar. What's wrong with you? What's up, guys? Today I got a new guitar in the mail from my fun friends over at Zzounds.com. So I'm gonna unbox that right now and kind of give you a sneak peek of what kind of content is to come with this bad boy right here. And while I do that, I'm also gonna pose a question that's been stuck in my head for quite a few weeks now, and it comes down to my music and how it gets released. So as you probably have noticed lately, I have been doing a lot of plugin reviews, and specifically from this company called Heaviosity. Now, I have absolutely loved working with Heaviosity lately, if you couldn't tell by the videos, because my filmmaker and my film composer side really goes crazy with those Heaviosity plugins, and they sound so good. It's hard to not be excited about those plugins because it's just, they sound really good and they're really fun to use from a film scoring perspective. Ooh, ah. So the question I've been asking myself lately is whether or not I want to release my soundtrack type of music, like the stuff I would make using those Heaviosity plugins, stuff you would expect in movies, or just like more orchestral stuff, having almost nothing to do with my normal metal music. And I don't know whether or not I want to release that type of stuff under the Sinisterbunny name, because I feel like that could possibly be confusing for people that are finding me. They see that I do a bunch of metal stuff and then a bunch of like film score stuff, and they might just be like, huh, what is this guy doing? And maybe that's just a crazy thing with me, and maybe I'm overthinking it, but I feel like it would be a lot better to have my Sinisterbunny reputation be for the metal music that I make, and then I could release the more orchestral, like soundtrack stuff under a different name, like my actual name or just some other kind of name, to kind of differentiate those so that people that want to listen to my metal stuff can know me as Sinisterbunny, and the people that want to listen to my soundtrack stuff can listen to me with whatever name that is. So I guess my question to you would be, does that make any sense, and what would you prefer? Like, if I started releasing singles or albums of my orchestral work, is that something you would want to see under Sinisterbunny, or do you think that would be a little too weird and I should like use my normal name or a different artist name for the other stuff? Like I said, maybe I am like extremely overanalyzing this, and I very well could be, and maybe you guys really don't care and you're just like, yeah man, whatever you make, release it. Even if it's poppy stuff, like whatever you make, just release it because it's you. But unfortunately, my brain doesn't necessarily work that way, and my brain likes to compartmentalize things, the good and the bad, and it likes to have things in their specific places. For instance, with all the notebooks that I use, I have notebooks for very specific things. I've got a notebook for my journaling, I've got a notebook for my creative ideas, I've got a notebook for quick burst creative ideas, I've got notebooks for like videos that I watch to take notes on like filmmaking and things that I'm learning. So I like to have things with very specific jobs. So you guys will have to let me know what you think would work on whether I should release my soundtrack work under Sinisterbunny like all my other music, or if I should maybe do it under a different name just entirely, because that would make like genre sense or niche sense or whatever random sense it might be. I'm not really sure. Just let me know down in the comments what you think I should do. All right, let's pull this annoying styrofoam stuff off and get a look at this bad boy. Get you guys like first look there, huh? Ooh, slick. Styrofoam stuff all over me, but that is slick. I don't know if you can tell on screen, but it's like an open pore finish and everything. This thing is wicked. And if you couldn't already tell, it's an 8-string. Obviously I had to get an 8-string, but this is a pretty crazy setup right here. And yeah, I haven't played a Schecter in a very long time. And look at that. This was even strung up with Ernie Ball strings, which is what I normally like to use. So that's really cool. But again, I haven't played a Schecter in so long. In fact, the Schecter that I do own is sitting over here with 4 strings and dust all over it because I just don't use it anymore. I kind of stopped using it after I got the Majesty and then the Legator 8-string. I just don't use it anymore, and it's got active pickups, which are a whole other thing, and I like a bit lower gain, but this is my first Schecter in a quite long time. And the all black stealth finish here just looks really freaking good. Like, I'm not normally a sucker for like all one color guitars and stuff, but like this just looks really good. It's got an open pore finish. Toggle switch feels nice. The volume knob here is a little weird. It's kind of interesting. It's got like little, I don't know if you can tell or not on camera, but it's got like little rivets in it for like grip and stuff. So that's really cool. And obviously you've got the one pickup here. So hopefully this is going to be a gent and metal machine. You can see it's a fan fret multi-scale as well. And this thing, just like looking on my monitor, looks really, really, really sweet. And it might be hard to see on camera because it's all black, but this thing just looks like a massive beast of a guitar. And that's gonna be weird where that pickup position is because that's where I normally play, but this thing is also pretty freaking heavy. So that makes me feel good. I know Schecter guitars are typically pretty heavy in the first place, but surprisingly, the shape of this neck, just a random note that I can tell already, is very different from my Schecter Avenger over there. This, yes, it's an 8-string versus a 6-string, but this 8-string feels like it's got a thinner neck, and that feels good to me. That like works. That's why I like the Legator, because they've got like a thinner profile. This isn't the fat Schecter neck that I'm used to. So I'm gonna have to plug this thing in and go for a spin. It's got Fishman fluence pickups, so I've never played those before, so that's gonna be really fun to learn. And geez, guys, it's just, it looks really cool. All right, I can already hear you guys in the comments. What does it sound like? What does it sound like? Well, although I just want to say you're gonna have to wait for some of the content that I'm gonna make with it, but I'll give you a little bit of a taste right now. I've got a track thing recording right there in Reaper that's still recording just for you, so you can get a little taste of how this thing sounds. I've got it loaded up with the Fortin Nameless X suite, and let's get some 8-string Chugs. Ooh, that thing sounds chunky. That's all you get for now. You're gonna have to watch the other videos with this in it, but oh my goodness. First impressions already, this thing is a chunky chunker. Like, woo, that Fishman pickup right there, I'm feeling the sauce. I am feeling the sauce from this thing because, oh man, this might be a new favorite of mine. And that's surprising for me to say about a Schecter because I don't normally go to them. but I am really happy to the folks over at Zzounds because the Richard Henshaw Strandberg that I tried had some janky strings on it, and I had to buy strings and restring it and everything, which was fun for the first time restringing Strandberg. However, I did order new strings to put on this when I got it, but the fact that it came with Ernie Ball on here already, which is what I ordered, and it's already like set up and everything, was really cool. I really appreciate that. I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but it just makes my experience and ease of checking out this guitar that much easier. So thank you guys for that if that was intentional. All right, so that's all I've got for you guys today. So definitely let me know down in the comments what you think about my question with this video, whether or not I should release my like orchestral soundtrack music under Sinisterbunny, or if I should put it under a different artist name. I have an extra slot with DistroKid that I haven't used yet, so I can easily just start uploading it today if I needed to under a different name. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know what you want to see me do with this guitar in some upcoming content. But until then, thank you guys so much for sharing this video with a friend so that they can check out this really cool guitar as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay metal, my friends.